Of course, I was on mute. What's happening, lads? Didn't know if anyone would turn up, to be honest, because random little time. Obviously, yeah, it's technically our first little stream in the new studio. I know I've streamed on other people's channels and stuff, but I don't think I've streamed on mine. I could have, maybe, but I'm gonna just go with the clickbait title of my first stream in the new studio, which is technically complete. To be fair, I had to buy a ton more of these black panels or foam panels or whatever for like what's in front of me right now, like behind my monitors, because yeah, the noise just still wasn't, or the sound, sorry, still wasn't sounding amazing, but it does sound a lot better now, I think. And yeah, I've just been so busy, lads, so busy. My old man was in for a week and I hadn't seen him for nearly a year, to be fair. So yeah, he went yesterday, so yeah, a little bit of time on my hands today on Saturday early afternoon for me. Took the little baby for a walk, and now he's going to sleep, hopefully. Can't say that with confidence though. But sure, what's happening, lads? Sure, had a massive win yesterday. Thanks to him, we were able to send out a Roman Celentano limited card to someone in the Discord, into one of the members. I think it was Al. Al, you ended up getting it, didn't you? No, it wasn't Al. It was AG. AG got it. But Al, what's going on, mate? Member for 18 months, Jesus. That is some dedication, by the way, mate. Some dedication. Moso, what's happening, mate? We've got a couple of names I've not seen before. Alex Davison, what's happening, pal? And Fari Alves. Hi, mate. What's happening? Not been about this sort of content for a while, but ready to dive back into Champ with the new season. Yeah, I get it, mate. I mean, the Discord itself has been pretty, just like, yeah, it's just basically been the summer, you know, like, there's just not been much to do really or talk about. And even like gallery reviews, like I'm putting them off because I still don't know none of us know what's happening, you know. Like for those who are, you know, sort of interested in getting their galleries reviewed, I know I put out a little Discord message a few weeks ago now, but like things are changing so fast. We got an update yesterday, obviously, wasn't it? With the pitch note stuff. So it's just like you can't really keep up. And if you miss like a week, never mind a month, you know, things end up moving so quickly. They've sort of backtracked a little bit, haven't they, on the super rare and unique stuff. Market credits went from like you can't have market credits turnover to now you can or something. So yeah, the expiry date on market credits has changed back, and then obviously they did that AMA yesterday, which I did watch, to be fair. They mentioned subs as well, didn't they? Matt Harrison, what's happening, mate? Great second name, by the way. Great second name. Yeah, they mentioned the potential subs, but like a penalty for subs, which I don't know if. I mean, it depends what the penalty is, but like I don't think you should be penalised for trying to not get DMPs. I don't know, but I kind of get it, but at the same time, it just feels a bit like they're making us work for not getting DMPs. It's hard enough to not get them in the first place, so I don't know. But yeah, I did listen to that. It was a good listen. To the common gameplay season transition update. Your common experience gets a fresh start on July 31st. Oh, this is common stuff. Yeah, okay. MLS common cards warm-up competitions end. RIP warm-up comps. Where's they mentioned something on Super Rare and stuff, didn't? Yeah, it was this one. The full breakdown. Below we applied important context on some of the changes. Yeah. MLS stays the same, and then classic gameplay based on your feedback. We heard concerns around classic card utility, and we're excited to share that we've decided super and unique competitions will not be merged in classic gameplay, but they will be in season, I think. Super and unique will have their own classic comps. You'll play seven players, like in limited and rare. Since the scarcities will remain separate, no reward boost will be applied to playing the unique card in the Super Rare Classic comp. Okay. And then the unique boosts. These seem pretty interesting. Like, I don't know if... Like, I know the example shows, like, first place prize in Premier League would win 5,000, like, with a full Super Rare lineup. I know it's an example, so we don't know whether that's going to be the case. Kaz, what's happening, mate? I don't know whether that'll be a case in, like, when the season sort of comes in. And then, yeah, so yeah, like if you do play a full unique lineup, like the ability to win 25k, not that I'm going to be doing that, but like just for like unique holders, because it felt like they absolutely just railed them, didn't they, with the announcement. Like, I don't think it's ever been possible to win over like $7,000 or something in unique. So yeah, I don't know whether that's enticing enough for people to sort of reignite their love for unique after Sorare saying they were going to merge them, which they're still merging them in Super Rare, in fairness. Now granted, like they've still got to beat Super Rare lineups to get to that 25,000, even with a unique lineup, and I think they've nerfed collection bonus, haven't they? I think with uniques. Here we go. Super and unique connections will remain separate, but because both scarcities now compete in the same lineups, we're aligning the collection bonus rules to keep things fair. Whether you field mostly super rares, mostly uniques, or a mixture of both. So yeah, here's what's changed: a new collection bonus, because I think you could get 8% on a unique, but it looks like you can only get 6 now, which is the same in super rare, I believe. Update on collection scores: reaching these milestones will be easier thanks to the following updates. Ownership bonus, yeah. So this is the cool thing: the long-term ownership bonus. I think it applies to every scarcity, which is really good because like it helps you get like the higher percentages, 3, 4, 5% on older collections. Even if you buy off the secondary. So I honestly think that's a really, really interesting point. I shouldn't say if. I think Momo has said in the Discord that it will be it's confirmed basically that it's for every scarcity. So I think that's great. Just an example there. Summer League comp. So yeah, they're merging K-League, J-League, Argentina, and Norway into like one unique only comp situation. Because people have bought those in-season cards previous to this changing. So, yeah, a little like special weekly for those, it seems. But MLS has its own like separate thing. But yeah, that's kind of that. Some Matzah skin. Done any classic shopping? I've been doing a little bit, mate. So like yeah, probably since. Yeah, I guess probably since like Jack McGlynn. I've been obviously he was a classic card I brought in. Couple of cheap ones just for like sealing. I've won a couple of cards, crafted a couple. To be fair, the league was still going on actually this time because I ended up playing this Brian Goncalves in Gonzalez, in the last game of the season. So yeah, a couple of in-season cards. The Luna, I've wanted a Super Luna for ages. To be fair, the Debas, like buying a lot of classic under 23 cards basically. Valdez has been in the Gold Cup, so I kind of wanted to get him in. Yeah, but Andre probably fits that mold. 11 days ago, I bought him in just in case we get like a champ. I mean, we are getting a champ classic comp, obviously, and maybe a Ligue 1 comp. I don't know. I'm sure it's been confirmed. I can't remember, but yeah, I've got a couple of his classic cards in rare. So I thought for that price, I was just going to get a super in just in case I decide to go down stronger in the champ avenue. Bar bet was like £1, as you can see, just in case he ever comes back from Saudi. Bought Bernadeschi this midweek and he fucking absolutely screwed me. Obviously he's in season, and then Cuesta might be going to Anderlecht, so I scooped up one of his super rares. I bought a unique as well a couple of days, 10 days ago. Hoping I'd play him in under 23 classic, which is not going to be the case anymore. I'm probably going to play him in Eredivisie in season because he's going to count basically as a in season super rare, but you get 20% extra like if you ever win, the cash or whatever. So yeah, I'm probably going to keep him for that reason. As far as rares go, have I been buying? I bought a couple. I've been trying to increase my Bayern Munich collection score with these lads, but with that long term thing now, I think I should get over the 3% mark because I'm like 30 away, so that should secure that there. Bought a couple of Benjamin Andres. I bought a couple of Southampton players on instant buy and stuff. A couple of Ryan Mannings just in case he just rips like he did for Swansea a couple of years ago. He was ridiculous in the Championship, wasn't he, for Swansea, like this sort of era. He was very, very good. But yeah, who knows? He's a couple of years older now, whatever. But yeah, at that price, you just can't really say no. I won that Buanga 9 days ago. I bought a couple of Tom Luchets. Like I've obviously got 5% on the Nice collection, so yeah, just trying to buy a couple of like duplicates basically of cards. Like I already have, for example, like 2 Sofiane Diops, but one's a different collection actually, so it doesn't really apply too well for this. But yeah, I've got a couple of Luchets just in case he sort of breaks through. I'll probably do it with a few other cards, when and if they come available. Like Klaus, for example, if I might get a couple of Klauses in, just so I have 5% on, on that collection, and having multiple of him for a good, when there's a good matchup flying around, like £5. I might actually buy that £5 one there, because it's got 8% already, but he'll lose the classic obviously. I might put an offer in for that maybe in a bit, but yeah, not really in a rush, nothing crazy, mate, honestly. Like, I've been sniffing around a few of the elites. I think buying the elite classic cards isn't a bad idea. I was sniffing around Rodri for a bit. I didn't end up going for him, but like, it was a nice price as well at the time. I think he's gone up a little bit since then. It was a good percentage one as well, if I remember right. It was like 140 quid it was up for. I think it was like 7% bonus as well. So yeah, probably maybe missed the boat on him, at that price specifically. But maybe get him a little bit more expensive if I kind of wanted to. But I don't know, man. Like, I can only use 4 of them in season. In the in-season comps, and like, obviously we don't know if there's going to be an in-season champ. That's kind of unknown, isn't it? So I'm just catching up with the chat, lad. We've got loads of us in here now. Dobbsy says studios looking class. I appreciate that, Dobbsy. Yeah, I've been wanting to do like the whole black panel foam thing for a while, but I didn't realise how cheap they were. I thought they were really expensive, but they were pretty cheap, honestly, from Amazon. So yeah, it made it work. LUFC said, where am I reading this? Just on my screen. I just hope they run the exact same early access promo. I think they will, Moso. I think they will. It was great. And hide ban into in-season cards. Yeah, I think they will. They'll definitely do something like an Essence thing, or you get a card. I'd be shocked if they didn't do that. Thoughts on under 23 next season, Kai? I mean, I don't think much has changed, Kai, to be honest. Like, he's just SO7 now. Like, genuinely, I don't think much else has changed. Ben says, I bought a bunch of Championship Classic cards before Challenger was taken away. That's gutting. That is gutting, to be fair. All about Ronnie Edwards for the Saints. Yeah, he's one of your boys, Al, isn't he? Check out those Ross Stewarts and Sam Smodics in the Championship. Yeah, Smodics could have a good season, couldn't he? Is Ross Stewart at Ipswich as well? Mikey Baston, what's happening, mate? Liam, what's happening, pal? Appreciate everyone popping in, lads. I know it was short notice / no notice, but I think, where did I see it? Alex Coombs did ask a question. Yeah, what's the plans with the membership stuff with no SD? Yeah, I mean, yeah, right now it's impossible to build lineups, isn't it? Obviously, that was one of the things that I offered as part of the membership package thing, and yeah, we did it basically nearly for 2 years, almost 18 months probably. But yeah, no SD means right now we can't build lineups, or I can't build lineups for members, which is annoying for everyone. Well, for everyone that obviously wanted their lineups built. So yeah, right now there's no combat for it. Ross Stewart is at Southampton. Got you. Yeah, let me have a look at Ross Stewart. Is he the Scottish lad? He's like always injured, isn't he? This is a different Ross Stewart. Yeah, so until someone else brings out, a lineup building situation, like I'm kind of just, my hands are tied, aren't they? Really, like I can't offer lineup building. Obviously, we'll still offer the, the gallery reviews and obviously the Discord access and stuff. But yeah, the best I can do really is say, just kind of help you with captaincies and stuff. Not that I'm that great with them, to be honest. So I'm not saying I'm any sort of messiah on captaincies, but yeah, at best it's just like popping into the Discord now, and there's, I'll have a look over them and see if I see any holes in lineups and stuff, like, or obvious holes. But yeah, that's the best I can do right now, which is annoying, obviously. If I'm just hoping that someone comes out with something that maybe negates that, maybe Sorare, but I really don't know. Liam says scored goals for us at Sunderland, just very injury prone. Yeah, I thought he was. Posh had another playoff to St. Pauli. Yeah, who's that? St. Pauli just signed Quinny's boy, didn't he? The Joel Fujita, or whatever his name is. Pretty sure he just signed for St. Pauli, didn't he? Yeah, but man, lads, sorry, I'm still in limbo, really. Like, I genuinely don't know where to focus. Like I don't have obviously I'll definitely play under 23s. Like, I've had a few, under 23s is a staple, but it's like sort of like, what else do I do with my super rares? Like, I have so many of them now. In season MLS, fine, like that takes care of itself. But like, what do I do with a card like Yamal? Like, where is he best played? It's probably not classic under 23 super rare, right? Like, it's probably in season. Yeah, it's probably in season unique / super rare as like the classic version. Like, you can play like technically I could play one. I could play Yamal, one classic La Liga unique, which would act as a super rare in season effectively, and then I could buy 3 in season super rare La Ligas, and basically at that point, well, actually no, 2 Yamal classic, and a classic unique La Liga, 2 in season La Liga super rares, and 1 in season unique La Liga. I know that probably just fucking made no sense, but basically it would be 3 super rares, 2 uniques, one of those being in season, and 2 of those super rares being in season. So 3 in season cards altogether effectively. I could technically, like, say if the La Liga in season top prize was $4,000, I would technically win 8 if I like did that basically. So yeah, it's one of them where, like, I don't know where he's best played, you know, effectively. Like, where does he go to where it makes the most sense out of, you know, a player like him, you know? So that's one of the big sort of sticking points I've got right now. Like, I can afford to not play him under U23 Classic Super Rare. I don't think I would, like, miss him. Obviously, you'd miss him, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it would be that detrimental, because I think SO7 is just going to be a nightmare. You could play him in Arena, obviously, as well, from time to time. So yeah, I'm just a bit in limbo, really. Like, I mean, Ramsey's going to be an all-star boy now, isn't he? Now he's gone to Pumas, it seems. Like, yeah, going back to the champ talk, like, I don't even have a ton of champ in season stuff really that, like, makes a ton of sense. Like, we don't know what's going on with Rodrigo. Okay, yeah, Nico might be half decent. Harry Wilson, obviously, Soboslai maybe, but Vert's probably just outperforms him. Astrolaga's just gone to Granada, so he'll be an under-23 keeper next year in, for under-23, yeah. Granada are going to be in La Liga 2. I don't know what's happening with the Willians. Don't know what's happening with Tom Kearney. Trippier might be half decent if he stays, but I haven't heard much, to be honest. If there's any Newcastle fans, let me know. Yeah, it's basically just all the Welsh lads I've got. You know, really, Maria won quite late on. I just bought that Andre, so, like, I'm not strong in champ at all, you know, barring anything changing, and that's why I'm a bit like, well, maybe I just go venture into you know, La Liga in season or something as the in season chase, rather than, like, in, you know, rare Prem, rare La Liga, rare Bundesliga or whatever. So yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I know we haven't seen prize pools and stuff yet, so it's quite hard to really gauge that, isn't it? But, like, it's just so hard to know. Sorry, Dad's just catching up. Biggest part of you picking the lineups for me, at least, was just basically confirm. Yeah, I mean, we can still kind of do that through Discord, couldn't we? If, like, you send the screenshot in, I can kind of just look at it and go, okay, you know, does that look half right? Yes, no. Like, for example, I think Moso, who was it? It was between Jordi Mihailovic and Evander that midweek, and I fancied Evander, and you had Evander in your second team. Evander did pop off with 100. I can't remember what Jordi scored. I know he's injured now, so it can't be great, but, like, I think he did get a decisive, but I don't think it was 100. So, like, little things like that where I can just go, nah, I don't know, I think I fancy him over hit. Like, I can still do that. It's a bit more manual, but, like, I'm still willing to obviously do it. Dominic, what's happening, mate? So yeah, just sort of clearing that up. Jade Jones, absolute rapid, loves a PCM. Love that. Under 23 probably can win without the big players. I think so, Dobbsy. I'd be surprised if, like, the big European players, like the big champ Europe under 23 lads, I'd be very surprised if they're flying over to under 23, just because, like, there's no cash there anymore, you know? The big or one of the big things about under 23 Super Rare, or any of this, you know, classic Super Rare, the classic under 23 comms, was the fact that, like, you know, there was a nice bit of podium cash going around. Now, I know not every, like, I didn't hit it once last year. I did in Super Rare a couple of times, but not in Rare. And it was just like a nice carrot that was dangled, you know, and now that's not a thing. At best, we're winning a card, which is great. Like, you could still win a good card there for sure, but I don't know, and the fact that it's SO7, I just think it muddies the water too much to where, like, I think Yamal's probably a waste in under 23 is basically what I'm getting at. For me anyway, specifically. Just because I have a lack of quality elsewhere. But But yeah, champ guys, it's just so hard to kind of know what everything's gonna look like, which is annoying. But again, yeah, prize pools dependent and all that stuff. There is a lot to a lot to kind of change from now. Hopefully for the better. How are the MLS lineups looking? Well, if Oriano's out, then probably another dead lineup before I go into things. But decided to play Trubin in the end in that the club Global Cup in the end. I mean, I didn't realize there'd be 1,000 players in there, which is a lot less than what it's been in the group stages and stuff, which is nice. But again, pretty tough to win. Although I did win it with that Buanga win. But yeah, I didn't have many options, to be honest, in Super this week. Not that the options are terrible, but a couple of aways. Like Pereira's playing Noah Eli, which I don't really like. Wagner's away to Columbus, not easy. Obviously, Sean John at home. Navarro's away to the Rev. So in Super, I'm really not expecting much. I didn't have Brad Guzan isn't playing, so this is just basically just a 4-man effort. Effectively, Valdez shouldn't start. This is my main team for Ray. Obviously, Carlos captain. I went with Hani as my classic, and then Buanga, Eli, and Coronel as the defensive stack. Got a bit of hope for that one, to be fair. This probably is dead as we speak if Oriano's questionable, which it seems like he is. But it's D2 anyway, so I'm not as worried, but still. I got relegated from D2 last midweek, so this is in D3, which is just frustrating. But that's my only streaker, basically. I've got one team going for the streak now. And then, a couple of classics. Finally got a little D1 in there with the Seattle lads. We'll see what happens. Oriano again, so that probably kills that one. Couple of the limited lineups. I don't know, as far as the MLS Road to Glory, I'm still playing, obviously. I just haven't really had the time to make any videos about it. And MLS has been all over the place, hasn't it, since Club World Cup. So, I haven't really had time / there hasn't really been any reason to make an MLS Road to Glory video. And I can't win for Toffee right now. So, Atlanta boys aren't playing. U23 Nazawa played this morning. I couldn't believe it. Nazawa played in the midweek and I fucking didn't play him anywhere. The game week that just went. And he got a clean sheet. Of course, didn't get a clean sheet today when I played him, which is just frustrating. But yeah, hopefully that does something. I don't think it will now that he hasn't got the clean sheet, but you never know. One little D1 here. I've had Kaylee Guy play already. Rocco Reeds today. Romero plays instead of what's his name? Matt Freeze. But yeah, a couple of little sweats ready for today, which is exciting. I haven't really looked ahead to game week 92 yet. But yeah, I'm just in limbo, lads. I really don't know what to do. I genuinely I feel far too spread out, spread too thin, across regions and everything. To be honest, I just don't know where to focus my energy. My gut says you probably don't need any more rares realistically, although there is obviously some rares I don't have, your Rodriguez, and there's obviously elite rares I don't have, that's a fact. But I feel I have enough rares to get me through, especially in Champion. Just for example, I was looking at how many goalkeepers I have. I think I've got 10 keepers, potential starters. Demirovic, I think, is going to start for somebody, isn't he? In La Liga, he's moving, I heard. But Leon 1, Perry 2, Vasiled 3, Diu 4, Bizot 5, Dimitrievski 6, I think he starts for Valencia. Bulka 7, maybe going to Sunderland, it seems. Velez is back, 8. Bar 9. And then, I don't know where Big Baz goes. There's a couple of unknowns there, but, do I need 9 champ keepers? It's always good to have quality and stuff, I get it, but I just don't know if I need 9. I know you can play 4 in champ and you've got arena, so I guess, it probably works out to where, you probably do want them rather than not. Well, when I say, not have them, I mean, sell 2 or 3 and turn that into a Rodri or something. Do you get what I'm saying? That's kind of what my mind's saying there. Do I need 9 starting champ keepers? Can I have 6 and buy a Rodri, Leon's mudded, but there's no pay. Yeah, Perry's definitely on the move, isn't he? Mikey says, Demirovic gone to Espanyol, it looks like. Do I have any plan? Yeah, that's what I'm really chewing over, Moso, to be honest. I don't, I obviously do want to play in season to a capacity, but again, we haven't seen the prize pools right now, but on the surface of things, I obviously do want to play. I would have like, I'm praying there's a champion season, like fucking praying. I don't know if that's going to come true, because from what they were saying in the AMA yesterday, it seems like obviously no Serie A. There might be some Serie A clubs for sure, but they were basically like, oh yeah, you can play them like in Classic. But not so much the in-season ones, just in general. Like, they didn't really mention anything about Champ, but surely if they're having in-season Serie A cards, surely to God there's going to be a champion season, right? Dimitri on start, he's not likely moving to. Yeah, there's loads that are moving, isn't there? Yeah. Oh yeah, I would have to sell. I would have to sell more than 2 or 3 just to fund him directly. I just meant like to go towards a Rodri type of thing. Looking for food said, don't know what to do or nothing to do. I mean, there's always something to do. I'm always looking on the market and stuff, like for Super Rares and Unique, just getting listed and just seeing if there's any sort of wiggle room on price and seeing if there's any sort of bargains about. Like, I'm always kind of active in that way, but like, I can't do any like concept lineup builds because there's just no way to do that. And yeah, just outside of that, like, we just don't have enough information, do we, really, to know, you know, what's best to play and what's best to kind of focus on. That's why I'm kind of just buying things here, there, and everywhere, just to kind of give myself a reason to, like, okay, well, once we know X, I can, you know, shoot into, you know, I don't know, Unique Eredivisie or whatever it is, you know. Lots of moves to make, just more risk. No, for sure. Having Champ Classic will surely mean champion season. Well, no, not necessarily, Liam, because like, there's no in-season under 23. There's no in-season All-Star. That's the issue. Looking for food said he's feeling the latter. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily blame you looking for food. I can't really go against that. Sorry, I'm just going up a little bit more. There's a couple of... Here, I have a question. Basically, there's Zidane Akbal, who is out for months. His card in season is at his lowest. Better to try for 20 cents now or wait for in season. I actually have his card, Akbal. I mean, like, what are you buying him? Are you buying him to like flip him in the months like after he's fit type of thing, or are you buying him to like keep? Well, what's kind of what's the plan? Kuba, what's happening, mate? I'm just chilling. Sold out of my All-Star cards. Don't blame you. Just waiting for new season to see what competitions will be available. I do feel a bit meh. Yeah, I think we all feel a bit meh, don't we? Like, I don't think we can hide from that. We all feel a bit meh. Based on the Essence flip-flop, can't be certain that July update details don't get a flip-flop a week later. That's the issue, isn't it? They've set the precedent now where, I mean, they set it with fitness a while ago where, you know, that ended up flip-flopping back with the backlash and stuff, which, you know, in a weird way, like, I kind of don't mind the fact that, like, if people are going to, like, we have a voice, you know, as players. Like, if something's, like, obviously stupid, I'm not saying fitness actually in hindsight was obviously stupid, seeing the road we've gone down now. At the time, it felt that way because we had nothing to, like, kind of go off. But yeah, like, when the in-season Unique thing comes out and everyone's like, hang on a minute, this just doesn't make any sense. You know, it was like, now, you know, granted, how they didn't see that is worrying in that sense, but, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it doesn't fill you with confidence, does it? Like, by any means, I can't really say that that's the case at all. No one can, you know. But just the fact that, like, they are willing to, like, reverse things, like, in some way there is a positive in there somewhere. Obviously, ideally, you get it right first off, then you off the bat. Like, you don't have to make the reversal for sure, but at the same time, like, if you have made the mistake, or, you know, that you've done something that the community's like completely, like, it doesn't make any sense, at least they're willing to, you know, revert things basically, because they don't want us mad, do they, really? Because otherwise no one's gonna fucking buy anything at the end of the day. Buy into trade when his price goes up, mate. I'll be honest, like, I mean, he doesn't have an in-season card right now, so let me, like, although it, like, looks like it's in season, it's not. Like, as soon as the first game happens, he's a classic. Like, they're classics now. Like, this card would come up as an in-season Benacer, but in theory, he's not. He's exactly like every other one here, really. So, I don't think Zidane Akbal's price is going to go up much more than 20%. From 20p. Like, what's he going to go to? 30p? Like, is there much point in doing that, you know, in the nicest way? Like, I know it is 50% more, but, like, what's 10 cents going to do, realistically? Do you get what I'm saying? I do miss the simplicity of previous Sorare. You like a card, you buy a card, none of the woke faulting nonsense. I mean, yeah, there has been a lot of, sort of woke ideas that have poisoned the game, let's say, in some ways. But like, yeah, I don't want to give excuses from it anyway. But like, it's just, I think it is just hard to fucking navigate. You're constantly having to change things. No fault. It obviously falls on them at the end of the day. They make the mistake in the first place to have to revert. Like I get it. I'm not sort of cutting them slack in that sense, but yeah, it's just not an easy landscape to maneuver in. Little Stravetza there. I'm just kind of just scrolling through the market just in case there's any little gems, but it's just hard to price things as well, isn't it? Like how do you price things right now, especially with like the unique and super rare comparison? Like how does that work as well? Like we know the bonuses now technically, but at the same time, yeah, no one knows what the in-season super rares are going to go for to then know what the unique classics should go for. Mignolet there for 130 quid. I don't know. It's going to be mental, to be honest. It's going to be just weird. Just completely new game. SO7's going to look just so weird, having to build 7-man lineups and stuff. It's going to be strange. So you're saying that it is not the better option to buy now? No, like in general, I just don't think it's a good option. Like I don't think buying Zidane Akbel is a good option. Basically, that's basically what I'm saying. I don't think there's much profit to be made in flipping Zidane Akbels, personally. Like, he's an okay player, but, like, trust me, like, he's just not worth it, I promise you. I really don't think he is. But, yeah, where are we now? 28th of June. Hopefully we find out more next week, isn't it, about the prize pools and stuff. How do you begin with earning money on Sorare? I mean, the most like simple way to explain that, to be honest, Ricks, is like you would buy an in-season team and then you would play in an in-season competition. So, for example, I'll show you my in-season MLS team. I'll show you at limited. So, like these cards here are all in-season MLS cards. They're in-season for 1 year, like one season, sorry. And yeah, say if I finish first in, this is Division 3, actually I can show you the full leaderboards maybe, just to simplify it. But like in Division 1, if you finish top of the leaderboards, you will win $600. You can't see it because it's behind my face cam. But yeah, just trust me, it says $600. Second's obviously $300, you can see that. Third, $150. There's 3 divisions. So yeah, players in Division 1 aren't competing against people in Division 2. But say if you win division, like say if you finish in the top, I don't know, 10% of, or whatever it is it 30%? I can't remember. But like say if you're in the top 30% in Division 2, you would get promoted into Division 1. And yeah, effectively you pay money for the in-season cards to win cash in the tournaments. Like that's one of the ways you can make money on Sorare. The other way is flipping cards. Like for example, I bought this Dylan Shambo. I can't remember when I bought him. I could go back and see, but I was just going to see price history. Let's go in season. We'll just do pounds, it's just easier. So for example, in the last 3 months, like, I mean, this is the opposite way of making money, right? But like these were the special editions, so it's quite hard to gauge those. But let me go, like, when was this? So yeah, at the start of the season, like April, a couple of months ago, he was selling for £8, and then he was going up to £21, right? Because he was playing better. Like his scores were good, which means people want that card. He's more in demand because he does these dark green scores, which help you win cash. So then it's a choice of like, do I play him in my lineup to try and win cash, or do I sell him for profit if you're in that position, right? Not all cards go up, obviously. Most cards go down, right? Because they're really expensive at the start of the season because you've got so much utility out of the in-season cards. You've got 30-odd games to try and win back the money you've laid out at the start of the season. And obviously, as the season goes on, less and less utility for that player. And you kind of, yeah. But like, say if that Dylan Shambo, I buy him first game of the season and he doesn't really do well, or he doesn't do well for the first 5 games, but then for the next 5 games, he just goes crazy and he's like scoring 100 every game. Well, of course, his price is still going to go up despite there being less utility, because people see in the short term that, well, if he's smashing every game, he'll smash next game for me, right? And that'll help me potentially win some cash. So that's the simplistic, yeah, way to kind of explain it, I guess. The Super Rare top prize is the same as last season, allegedly 5k. The prizes should be to last season if they are performing similar. I mean, that would be great. I think people would see that as a win, wouldn't they? I think if prizes were like the same, I think that could look. I think that would be fine, but they're not going to really look the same in Rare and Limited because of the streaks, is what I'm worried about. I have Frankie de Jong, keep or sell. I mean, Frankie de Jong's a good player. He's a very good player. Yeah, it depends if you think you need him in your lineups, or have you made a profit on him, or could you make a potential profit on him? Those are the things you've got to maybe weigh up. What do you do with that money that you get from Frankie de Jong? Have you got a plan for that? You don't have to have a plan, but I'm just sort of saying potentially. Cooper says it does just feel like FIFA game every year changes, even with their common packs now. I just think I wouldn't disagree with you, Cooper. Like, it does feel that way, and it probably is that way because that way works. You know what I'm saying? As much as people hate FIFA, it makes billions and people play it, obviously, right? And I know originally Sorare wasn't marketed that way, right? It was like you buy Kimmich when he's 23, you can use him until he's 35. And that was like the premise, which is fine. But longer we get on, longer the game goes on, they kind of realize that just doesn't work as nice as it kind of made sense. So, they either close or they keep going, but it just changes. And it's like, well, okay, let's just keep going, but it changes because that's better than probably shutting down, isn't it? And, that's what's caused the game to just change all the time is the big issue. They just never got it. They haven't had it in a position where it makes total sense for them from a revenue standpoint. And now they've got in-season classic. They've only done that for a year or so. So, again, we're still in, the baby stages, although the game's objectively quite old now, 6 years old. Maybe a bit longer. So, yeah. But again, I'm not sticking up for it. I'm just sort of trying to say it from an objective standpoint. Shu says, I will be using my winnings from this last game week for the new in-season champ cards. Yeah, I mean, you've set yourself up nicely there, Shu, didn't you? You won, I think it was a grand one there, $1,000. So that sets you up perfectly for buying some champion season cards. Definitely. I know you've got a few cards, or you had the Nice boys last year. You had a lot of French cards actually, didn't you? Rose said, I made a mistake by buying my fave club players and they're now in the second Netherlands team. I mean, that's not ideal, obviously. But new players come into the game. It's easy. The easiest thing to do is buy players buy teams because you know those players better than any other player, right? Might not be the smartest decision in the sense if that team's rubbish and they're going to get relegated, well then it's not ideal. Especially if they go down to the the Netherlands second division, which isn't covered. But say if you support Nantes or something in the French League One, well if they get relegated, at least you can still play them next season. You won't be able to play them in Champ, but you can play them in the game because the French second division is covered. So you do have to be sort of careful in that sense with those sort of ones. Ben says, giveaway please. I'm starving because of SO26. Go have some food, Ben, if you're starving. Will M2 search. Yeah, I've got some Will M2 players, mate. I'm very aware of Will M2. Will M2 was the reason why I won Challenger in season Super Rare. Big fucking Thomas de Dillon was the sole reason. Well, not the sole reason, but a couple of months ago, he was start of the season. It was one of these games. They played on a Friday night. I'm pretty sure it was against Fortuna. And that game week, he won me $3,000 or helped me win $3,000. And I bought him. I mean, it looks quite expensive now going off March 10th, but he ended up going for double. I bought him before the start of the season. So that one worked out really well, considering he was horrendous, meaning that they got relegated. And I had St. Jago as well. But he's moved to Mechelen, hasn't he? He's jumped ship. He doesn't want to play in the second. He finished pretty well. He had some decent scores. Will M2. The boys, Frankie de Jong, came from Will M2, I believe. Cardiff boys done us. Yeah, Cardiff boys did do everyone dirty, didn't they? Isak played in. Yeah, I mean, you can get some good ones. I think, Frankie de Jong came from Will M2. My friend in college played with Frankie de Jong at Will M2 when he was younger. Goalkeeper. They went to school together because if you play for Will M2, you go to the same school or something. I don't know, but I seen most. So I think Fortuna are linked, aren't they? Or they were at one point. Yeah, I saw they were linked at one point. I still have a couple of limited cards to give away. I don't think they're any good. Well, maybe there's a few okay ones in here, but like the MLS ones aren't being given away. But for example, like Porto, there might not be a ton else. Maybe there is. Bulat, Mirani, there's a couple, not too many though. I did have like 100 cards. I gave away like 50 a week ago. And this guy looks pretty good. Na Sang-ho. Yeah, I've got a couple of cards to give away. This guy, is he playing? Is he starting for anyone? I don't know. I've also been getting ready for the Footium season, which starts in I think Monday, isn't it? Anyone playing Footium here in the chat? Next game's in 3 days, so I've been buying a few Footium players. I had a double promotion, to be fair, in Footium last season. So yeah, I've got a lot to do to be able to stay in the division I'm in, but I've brought in a few players. Oh, no worries at all, Dobbsy. My favourite players are Kimmich and Frankie. Yeah, Kimmich is the man, isn't he? Kimmich is the man. Simicast came from Willem too. No way. Did not know that. Did not know that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just in limbo. Like until we have more information, like I just don't know what to do, which I think's fine. Like I don't think it's a terrible thing. Did somebody buy this Budimir? I feel like no. Someone else had a Budimir up for sale, didn't they? I'm sure they did. Joshua Eze. Can't be related to Eberiche Eze, can he? I don't think he is. Sven Botman. Yeah, someone said Dmitrievski's not going to start. Is that right? Nordin Bakker. Josh Brownhill. There was Celtic. I'm sure Quinny said he might be going to Celtic, wasn't it? Was that a thing? I don't know how true that was. I've seen Makoku's going to Copenhagen. Oh, sorry, he's gone to Copenhagen, I believe. Todibo. Alfie Doherty. Yeah, I'm sure he's gone. Valentin Barker, that's beautiful. I think he's staying at Strasbourg, isn't he? I'm pretty sure they've bought him. I think that's a cool little move. Very cool little move. Valencia will likely get Arrizabalaga. Wow, really? Huh. The young lad. I mean, I guess it makes sense with the money they got from Mamadashvili. I'm guessing they've had to buy Arrizabalaga, yeah? Interesting. Surely Dmitrievski's not happy with like just being a fucking bench boy, considering he like plays for his national team and stuff. I don't know. I'm just sort of spitballing, but surely you'd want to try and go out and play somewhere. But maybe he's on a cushy contract and stuff, so it might be hard to shift. Wonder where Tobe Layson ends up, because I've got a feeling Layson goes back to Genk, because apparently what's his name isn't going to go. Penders isn't going to get loaned again back to them. I've got a feeling Tobe Layson ends up back at Genk. I've got a weird feeling. Yeah, Makoku from Dortmund to Cope. Yeah. He's rubbish, isn't he, Makoku? Every time I watched him play for Nice this season, I thought he was he only played like twice, but I thought he was absolutely horrendous, to be honest. Didn't think he was good at all. I know he's still young, apparently. He's probably like 28. I'm sure there's been allegations, hasn't there? That like he could be a bit older than what he actually is. Yeah, lad, if you've not left a little like on the stream, I just had a little thought. If you could, leave a like on the stream, lads. It'd mean a lot to me. If you've not left a like already, really appreciate it. As we just scroll through some of the unique listings. Pranksy's got a couple of up for sale. Does Mertens retire? What happens to Mertens? Layson will be expensive. Yeah. I know it. Yeah, he wouldn't be cheap. That's the issue. Dimitri was linked to Porto. Not sure. Okay, that's interesting. Porto actually signed a keeper today, mind. Porto signed a guy called... Funny enough, his second name's Costa. Shock. They signed a guy from Estrella. Sure they have. His name... Oh, Palmeiras is playing Botafogo right now. They signed... I don't know if it's like done, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be done. They signed this guy, João Costa. I don't know much about him, but Porto have definitely signed him. I don't know whether he goes in as like number one straight away if Diogo leaves, but if Willem, 2 players leaving the team, 2, can I use them? Yeah, you can still use them as long as they go to leagues that are covered. Playing for the best team in Denmark could be good though. Yeah, I mean maybe. I'm not disputing they're not the best team in Denmark. More the fact that like I just don't know if he's any good. Like I don't know. Is that why Dan's linked to Estrella? Maybe. Dan was linked somewhere else as well, wasn't he? Like one of the new teams coming up from the Portuguese second division, I think. What's the best site to look at transfers, lads? I know you can do it on here, but I don't know how nice it actually lays it out. And I don't actually know where it lays it out, but you can definitely look at transfers. I just don't know how to do it. Top players, competitions. What's the best place to look for transfers, lads? More. I don't know. Yeah, no, maybe he can revive his sort of career, Moukoko, but he's had a couple of failed moves now, and it just, I don't know. He's still young, but I don't know. He's still only 20, which is mental, really. Yeah, maybe he does okay. Maybe he does. Should I buy him? I'm such a flip-flopper. I'm just saying it because he's in that Nice collection, but I don't know how many... Well, I don't know why I did that. I don't know how many they ended up minting. And he's probably expensive by now. What is he? 30 quid? You're having a fucking laugh. 30 quid? Wow, people are paying it as well. He doubled in price. Who was this guy? Red Art. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad player for me to get in the sense like having 5% bonus on him if he like plays and stuff, and he's obviously U23. But I'm not paying 40 quid. I'm gonna laugh. Transfer market's the best. Okay. Let's have a butcher's. Let's have a little look. Transfers and rumours. The latest transfers. Paul Pogba. Danny Armstrong. Make it a little bit bigger for us. Yeah, let's have a look. Moukoko, there he is. Cameron Humphreys, I'm pretty sure he's going to League One, from League One to League One, but I'm pretty sure he has cards somewhere. Rocco Simic is going to Karlslaughter, however you pronounce it, from Cardiff on loan. Chirivella is going to Panathinaikos, which is not great for him. Don't know many of those players. Soldo, he's a good player. Oh, Soldo went to fucking... He's a good player, he is. He's actually a good player. I remember him last year. He was a good scorer. I didn't realise he's gone to Zagreb. Wow. 2 quid. I don't know how well he'll score. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong... No, I'm sure it was him. He had a couple of good... Yeah. A couple of good games for Osijek. Looks like he's gone to Dynamo. Interesting. What else have we got going on? Oh, wow. This kid's got cards. He's 30 now. Wow. I think he's got Marseille cards. It looks like he's gone from the A-League to Red Star, which is interesting. Koki Mashida's gone to Hoffenheim, hasn't he? Fujita, there we go, to St. Pauli. Ben Negren. Lots of these without club. Lots without club. This guy's Diarra's gone from Cadiz to Harburg. Interesting. Interesting. Let me know your favourite transfers so far, lads. Who you think's gonna look good on Sorare terms? Florenzi without a club. Hashioka's gone from Luton to Slavia Prague, so he's a blue X. Big tall Paul's gone to Trabzonspor, hasn't he? I think that's quite interesting. That's been on the cards for ages, it feels like, but I know he'll probably score goals, won't he? In Turkey. Pogba deal confirmed. Yeah, the Danish league is quite good for talent in general. A lot of players are sold each year to bigger clubs. Oh, for sure. Hopefully Magnus Madsen can emulate that as well. I know he's not young now, but whoever at our sports image needs shooting, guys, and giving a chance. I know, mental. Sent straight on loan to Courtrai. Didn't play a minute. Mental. Luciano Valente to Feyenoord. Is he? Yeah. Who did he used to play for, Moso? Leon Bakker. I had good hopes when he moved. Just didn't really play. Balka. Yeah. Who does Valente play? Yeah. Who is he playing for? Ooh, Talby's moved. Talby's gone from Rodez to Hanover. Interesting. All without club. Kirk has obviously gone to Liverpool. I think that'll be really good. Serie A centre-half's gone to Copenhagen. Brandon Nazawa is confirmed he has gone to Antwerp. Interesting. Marcos Lopez is officially gone. Gigot's gone to Lazio. A couple of Orlando Pirates. Grasshoppers. Baby's having a kick-off. Ooh, Chiara's gone to Oviedo, is he? Interesting. Oh, I guess they just made it permanent, did they? Because he was on loan, right? Matt Ryan is without a club. Where's he been linked? Another player's gone to Zagreb there. Filinic. Emma Tuamasi, I reckon. Oh, yeah, he was playing for Dallas, I think. Ludovic Rees. Yeah, I've heard good things about this Rees guy from Hamburg. What's he like? Juma Bar went on loan, didn't he, to Nice? That's an interesting one. How he's 19, I really don't know. Max Vibe went to Burnley, didn't he? I saw that. Yeah, a couple of fun little transfers. Ooh, Nikosei went to Tel Aviv, did he, from Herenveen? I didn't see that. Yokohama went from Birmingham to Genk. Interesting. Oh, I have this player actually. Salinas. Went from Elche to Espanyol on a free. Okay. Interesting. Quinton Barat. It's gone from Oviedo to Rodez. Moses Simon went to Paris FC. Yeah, I did see that. 7 mil. Ibrahimovic gone on loan to Heidenheim. Okay, interesting. Copenhagen have alleged to have offered Ryan a contract. Okay. He was at Groningen. Yeah. I recognise the name. What position is he, lads? Habib Diarra and Bolka joining Sunderland has got me excited. We are trying to bring in quality to stay up. Yeah, do you reckon you will, Liam? You got a good manager, haven't you, I think? French lad, but yeah, I think Bolka will help, but you definitely need some outfielders, having sold Bellingham, as you obviously know. Valenic could be a big scorer at Zagreb. Yeah, I could be right, Kai. I could very well be right. Yippee-ki-yay, what's happening, mate? GG's on the... I think you had a really good midweek I saw on Discord. I appreciate that. Nemeth. Where's Nemeth gone? That name rings a bell, Mikey. Senese's without a club. Kadri is without a club. What's happening to Teji? Is Teji staying in Ligue 2? Oh, there we go. Look, Estrella have signed Diogo Pinto from Sporting CP. I didn't realise that. Goodman's son's gone to Fiorentina. Baby's having another kickoff. Let me close the door a minute. Sorry, lads. Biragi's gone to Torino. Is that a permanent. I thought he was on loan there last year, wasn't he? Kevin Ortiz, Wesley. That's hilarious. Semir, I've heard of him. Luca Pellegrini's gone to Lazio. Ravella, Lazio. I guess that's as far as we can go. That was fun. Little transfer market scout. Yeah, Valente. This lad, is it? Wow, he scored pretty well. Midfielder. Is he a centre mid or like a winger? Wow, he's been playing for the Netherlands. Oh, he's been playing for the 21s, yeah. Some good scores considering Groningen aren't great. It's pretty decent season, that. Biragi is perm. Yeah, I like Biragi. I've got his rare. He could be pretty sneaky. Set pieces and stuff. 3 podiums with Arena so decent. Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. Nemeth's gone to Puskas Academy. Most says you can't. Yeah, you can't really do too much with that, Ricks. You know, €1.50. Yeah, there's just not really a ton you can do with that sort of price range, or budget. Sorry. Yeah, he's a decent scorer. Biragi, that is. Yeah, I don't know. How long have we been going? Nearly an hour, to be fair. I'll have one more scan of the old Super market, then we'll do rare for a bit. And then we'll probably call it a day. Looking forward to MLS later. I should really buy this Rafailov because I've got that Debast in the same collection, and he would get me to at least 1%. But Pug's a bit firm on his prices, so I don't know if I don't want to spend £5 on it. It's not worth £5, is it really? He's never going to be playable beyond collection bonus. I'd probably pay £2 for it, but £5 just feels a bit excessive, in all honesty. Jack Elliott, £6. Super rare has fallen. Let me have a look at. I'm just gonna have a look at rare champ for now. Quick little scroll, see if anyone pops up that we like the look of. Let's see what we got going on. Endrick, £50. I would never be spending £50 on an Endrick. I can tell you that for free. Flo Vert. How do we think Vert is going to do at Liverpool? Surely he does well. Surely he just climatizes to the Premier League quite easily. That's funny. Lallana next to Vert, they kind of play very similarly. I just love how Sorare have put Lallana next to Vert, so that's beautiful. But yeah, how do we think Vert does at Liverpool? Because it basically means Szoboszlai is either not going to play as much and or play a lot deeper. There's no way Szoboszlai is playing as a 10 anymore, now the Vert is here. So I wonder how he just scores in general. Esposito. Yeah, I'm interested. Think of the Vault Boost. Vault Boost for what? Sorry, Andres? I can't remember what I was on about. Yippee Cherky, Reinders, and Nuri over Vert. Same money. Yeah, I mean, I'd much prefer Cherky, Reinders, and Nuri over Vert if I'm a football club and I'm sort of running it that way in real life. But yeah, but then does Vert not that can he outscore all 3 of them, but as far as SO5 goes, IRL, yeah, I can't disagree with that. I'd much prefer those 3 players. But yeah, SO5 wise, could Vert just be in every game? Cherky might be in and out and not that stable. Yes, I don't know. I don't know how that actually goes, to be honest. Griezmann, £14. João Felix, 60. ETH Felix. I hope Diop. I think Diop's actually injured again, which is just ironic. But if he can nail down a spot at Nice, which he did for a bit last year, but then it just kind of evaporated. If he can nail a spot down, there's a serious SO5. I know they're all DAs there mainly, apart from this game, but there's a serious SO5 score in Sofiane Diop. His body just seems to fucking just break down too often. Far too often. There's the Makoku. Kai says, as a Liverpool fan, I'm really excited for Wirtz picking up his forward card. Love that, Kai. Wow. Just joking about the random super. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I mean, that's why I bought some of the really cheap super rares I've bought, because I'm like, they're just going to get vaulted. Reinders plus Rodri works amazing so far. I've loved Reinders ever since his AZ days. Me and Feder, if you know, Feder was on Reinders early, like very early. Leverkusen got a great replacement for Wirtz with Tillman, yeah. Yeah, I do like that move for Tillman. Tillman's class. And like 1/4 of the price or 1/3 of the price. City also spent 200 million jam points. So compare him to a Mamouche, then Nico Gonzalez, I think Wirtz is a better deal. Yeah, fair. If you look at it a bit wider scale there, yeah, I wouldn't say you're wrong at all there, Dobbsy. Yeah, I am interested in, like, I do want a Tillman, and I don't know whether it's still up for sale, but there is a Tillman, a forward version Tillman in this collection here. It's still up for sale. Like, I don't want to spend that much money on it, but I would like a Tillman, and I've got that collection, so I am tempted to maybe put an offer in or something. But then you've also got Musiala here as well. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Tillman could be good. Tillman could be really, really good. Or I think he will be really good. But it's like, I could play him in under 23, couldn't I really? Or champ. What's happening to Romero? Could he be going anywhere? Upa feels a little bit, not cheap, but like comparatively to like compared to like Schlott. I think Schlotterbeck's like 75, 80, where you can get Upa for like 50. I feel like Upa's, I don't know. I know Schlotterbeck is a really good scorer on that, but I think I'd be taking the Upa Meccano there, like on that price. I really hope Enciso gets a good move somewhere. Wayne Hennessy, legend. Just having a look if there's any little bargains potentially. Of course we know Feder. Yippee-ki-yay knows Feder. We all know Feder. Feder's the man. Feder's the man. I haven't spoken to him for a few weeks, to be fair. We normally WhatsApp, but I was supposed to do some sort of stream with him, but I literally haven't spoken to him for a few weeks. So, but yeah, he's more than welcome, the boy, to like, as far as the podcast goes. Like, podcasts seem to just have died on Sorare, you know, like. But I'd obviously love to actually chat with him, like in a stream setting or something, which is technically a podcast, but you know, like not like an official podcast. But yeah, Feder's the fucking man. I'm also tempted to try and sell my Wirtz. Is it Wirtz or Wirtz? I still don't know. Like, I have this version, but I wouldn't mind an older version, to be honest. I really wouldn't. Not that I really have any other players from these eras, but like, this is the OG Wirtz. I think I'd prefer that over mine, honestly. Like, if I still keep him, type of thing. I've seen that, yeah, Rocco Raquelme went to Betis. He's one of Quinny's lads, isn't he? Quinny's had his Super for a while. I've never really seen him play, to be honest, but yeah, I've definitely heard good things. Is Amiri making a move anywhere? I don't think he is he? Sepp van der Berg, Kim Min Jae, Soleil. Brian Zaragoza's going somewhere. Is it Celta Vigo? Can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is. Lee Kang In feels quite cheap if he moves, maybe. Jordan Larson. Yeah, you can't sell him if he's level 10, 5%. Definitely not. Like, I won my Wirtz like really late on in the season, so like I'm not really, like, I think I've got 2% collection bonus on him because like I didn't really have time, and yeah, I just couldn't really get around to doing much with him. Yeah. Yassine Adli, there's definitely a player in Yassine Adli if he gets on his feet again. I mean, he played now and again, didn't he, for Fiorentina? But if he was a guaranteed starter, he's a really good player. Adiemi. Timo Bunsen Burner. Pedri. There's not much out there right now, is there? Like quality-wise. I wonder what happens to Sarmiento. Here's big Wolfmad. I can't believe how expensive he is. Like, I know he's just gone to Bayern, but like, he's not going to play at Bayern. Like, let's just have it completely right. Like, he is backup for Kane. Really, yeah? Like, surely he doesn't play. Like, he'll come off the bench all the time. But surely he doesn't play, does he? It's more like double E vet, if you want to be German pronunciation. So you like elongate the E's, basically. Vet. Is that right? I always want to use translate. Yeah, I do that as quite often as well, most. Like, I was doing that on, I don't know whether I was saying it right, but the guy from like Tverskou, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yeah, is it like Yeppy or Jeppy Tverskou? I don't know how to say it, but I was trying my best with Google Translate because I had to do one of those shorts. Oh yeah, by the way, apparently I'm on the market thing, aren't I? Oh, there I am. Go on. Tutorials. I'm glad they finally made use of these videos, by the way. So well done. Sorry. I made these a long time ago. Like, we're talking easy, well, way over. I don't think my little baby was born. No, it was I reckon it was like 9 months to a year ago. I reckon I made these. Yeah, definitely. Wolfmade can also play off the left. Yeah, he can, but like, he's not starting though, is he? Really? Like, he will now and again, like after a Champions League game or something. But £100 for him. Like, you must be on drugs. I do really want a Morgan Rogers. That's one player I would really like to own. He's one of my favourite players, and I still don't have one. Ooh. Andreas has one up for sale. Interesting. Yeah, I do love Morgan Rogers. I think he's very good. Very, very good. Using XP on the new in-season cards will be nice at the start. As in, like, have you banked up a lot of XP, have you, Lars? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people do that right now. Like, banking up XP ready for the new cards. But, like, for me, I play MLS. So it's like I want XP on those cards as well. So it's quite hard to find. Well, it's quite hard to, like, keep a balance. Similarly with my Essence as well. It's a running theme. Yeah, I do like a Morgan Rogers. I really like Rogers. Mateus Nunes. I could play him in under 23 as well, but like spending £40 on classic cards, like, just doesn't seem right. What's happening with Benacer? Is he going to go back to Marseille, do you reckon? Because there's another sleeping giant type of player in him, I would say. If he can stay fit, that is. I'm spending XP on lads in the in-season. Yeah, Club World Cup. That's another thing, obviously ongoing, so that's another way to spend the XP. Not a lot, but around 12k. I mean, that's a lot, Lars. That is a lot. It's way more than me. Chevalier's been linked everywhere, hasn't he? Villa. I've seen Villa linked. Andy Robertson at Atletico Madrid could be quite fun if he ends up going. Frankie. £47 for Frankie. I wonder what happens to Bischoff. Bischoff probably doesn't play much, does he? Surely Bischoff doesn't play much. Bastoni. Not many cards of his as well, just because they haven't been minted for ages. Kabasi. I mean, with SO7 now, like, you do just need more players. Like, having more players is just not a bad thing, is it? You do just need depth. More so than ever. More so than ever. Martinelli. Velez back up to £40. I can't believe we're back with Velez. Little Bukayo Saka. Ledinho special. Egg swap. It's a pretty nice XP on that one. You do just need more depth, don't you? Or more quality as well, obviously. So I'm just catching up on the chat. Where it says, what am I doing right now? I'm just scouring the market, mate. Just having a little look at prices and stuff. Nothing too fancy. Bought him cheap not that long ago. Nice player. Yeah, he's very good, isn't he, Andres? Last says, what in seasons will you be looking at? Potentially Eredivisie in season. And then depends what happens with if we have a champion season, I'll definitely play champion season. If we don't, I'm tempted to go to La Liga in season, and go play my Yamal Super Rare there somewhere. Andre says, I have used the Power Up promo to boost Key Classic, but we'll have 30k start of the season to boost 5 teams to level 3. Love that. Yeah, what is the promo going on right now? Like, have you been using instant buy or auctions or both? So was it any of these players give you, or do they start on more XP? Is that what it was? Or do they give you more collection? I can't remember what it was. But they definitely start on like level 5 or something. Is that right? Or have I just made that up? I might have made that up. Yibikai says SO7 plus sub. Is that what we think is going to happen? Do you think if they make the champ streak 5 in season only? No, Jack, they're definitely not doing that. They've definitely said like streaks are 4 on 1, right? Eredivisie in season love to hear. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, I've got that unique that I bought a few days, well, like last week or whatever. So he could act technically as an in-season super rare. So I'm quite tempted to maybe utilize him, depending on what happens. Like, I don't know, we'll see. I'm really not married to anything yet, but yeah. What's the power-up situation then? Someone needs to explain it to me. Yibikai says, also any percentage collection XP set is 40% more valuable. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, in theory, for sure. You get XP when you buy them and can boost them up to a few levels without... okay. If you click on them, it says you gain an amount of XP and can be instantly leveled up. Right. Oh, there we go. So, like, 3,700 XP goes into your, like, wallet. Is that what we're saying? Yes, Togo said we will have sub, but with some pound. Yeah, I did see that. But I thought that was for in-season rather than classic, Yippee. Like, I didn't think it was SO7 related. I could be wrong, though. What would you say? Jack says, what would you say the 5 scores to hit should be to make it worth it? The MLS ones are just too hard. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's going to be incremental, isn't it? Like, it's going to be like streak number 1's obviously going to be a lot less than streak number 5. I don't know. I think the numbers are fine, kind of. Maybe not the 5th one. Like, the 5th one's really hard to hit, but like they kind of have to be quite hard. Tim Murray, what's happening, mate? Moso said, yeah, okay. So if I buy a card, I just get XP into my wallet, basically. Interesting. Are there any collections that I'm missing? Or not missing, but is there any players in, like, let's just call it champ. Okay, so you can't get any La Liga or Bundesliga. Yeah, you can't get any Bundesliga players, but I don't think I have many. Well, they're literally the only card you can buy. Mad. Is that right? Yeah. Is there any challenger cards you can buy? You can buy these. To be fair, I do have the Porto not the whole collection, but I do have a few Porto cards, but they're way too expensive, aren't they? Definitely not buying them. Quinny, I've got my missus texting me, Quinny. I've gone over my hour threshold. I'm on an hour 15 right now, so I'm already over time basically. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make a move in the next couple of minutes. But Togo did say 6th spot for sub, which suggests in season. Yeah, that's what I thought, Mikey. Dara, what's happening, mate? Any plans for the new season? Not I have plans. I just don't know what they, what they entail right now. As in, like, I don't know where to put my energy, but like, I definitely will do something. I think the streaks are higher points in season because European defenders and goalkeepers usually score decent. Yeah, fair. I mean, they probably will make it harder. Like, let's just be real. They probably will. So I guess the XP, if I am going to do this XP thing, it basically means I can only do it on like MLS cards, right? Really? Because otherwise they're just way too expensive, aren't they? They feel too expensive anyway. Yeah, Jasper Laughlin, £6. Like, how much XP would I get with that? 600, right? Yeah. Yeah, you probably don't get enough XP for it to be worth it. Maybe on here, yeah, maybe you could snag a couple. I'm just trying to think of what collections I don't have. Like, I have 5% on Red Bull already. Maybe like Toronto and stuff. That could be worth it. I don't know. For 600 XP, it's probably not worth it, is it? Some on auctions as well, yeah. Lars says, look at 10. Yeah, to be fair, I'm not in trouble yet, Mikey, but it could escalate to that. I don't think so. I think I'll be fine. But you never know. You just never know. You can't count your chickens. Okay. Zorio. I'll probably leave it. What time is it? 1. Yeah, I'm gonna make a move now, lads. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hour and 20 in almost. Yeah, Quinny, if you would have caught me earlier on, I definitely would have done a little duet with you. A lot of cheap auctions. Yeah, I'll maybe have a look at the auctions in a bit. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me, lads. It's been an absolute pleasure. I did not expect us to get 41 of us concurrently for the last hour or so. It's been amazing in the in the new studio. But yeah, just trying to get back up on my feet as far as European football and streaming, and yeah, more stability in as far as like my real life. Just because I've been moving, and yeah, my old man came over and stuff, like I said. So I've been all over the place. But yeah, finally things are settling down, which means hopefully definitely more time streaming and stuff, content wise, and obviously the Discord as well. Get that popping off a little bit more. Andrea says, in my opinion, you can buy and sell for the same price, and they're quite easy. Oh, okay, interesting. So you just basically banking the XP and just selling the cards off, Andreas? Is that the plan? But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Honestly, really do appreciate you hanging out with me on this Saturday evening. I won't be doing too much today, I don't think. Maybe go for another little walk. But yeah, absolute pleasure. I'll be back next week at some point. I know Laird might be. We don't know what's going on with Laird yet, so I don't know whether I'll be streaming with him. Obviously, be streaming with Quinny for for the deadline show. I can't remember what day that falls on. Probably a Thursday, because every deadline show seems to be a Thursday right now. But yeah, we'll get bits of content out next week. Hopefully, we find out more about the prize pools. If we do, then yeah, there's obviously room for a bit of content there, streaming wise, reaction wise. So yeah, appreciate you all, lads. Hope you enjoy your Friday evenings, your Saturday evenings. And yeah, really do appreciate you. Leave a like if you haven't already. And yeah, absolute legends.